What's up, team? It's Coop, and I just wanted to hop on here. First video I've made, but I want to keep doing these for you guys. Kind of show you what my mind's going through as I take trades. So, yeah, this is just going to be a trade recap of the last few days, kind of overviewing why I took trades, when I took trades, stuff like that. So, yeah, hopefully I can start hopping on here a little more and kind of helping you guys, because I know it always helped me whenever I was first starting, whenever I figured out why analysts took trades, and then I wasn't really following them completely blindly. So yeah, so we can do, we won't worry about the Doge short, we'll just go right into the first index trade of the month, which was SPX 6050 calls on Monday for Power Hour. We got a pretty large move out of these. I think we got 150% play out of these, so I just kind of wanted to show you guys my setup, why I took it, etc. So I don't remember what that line was from. Okay, so as you can see, we kind of had this wedge here. We had our resistance wedge and our support wedge. We broke out, we retested, which is where I entered. However, you can see I entered at 1408, but that is because we have this support zone right here. We had this 1 minute little zone, so we can see right here, just a small zone, but you can also see we're at the bottom of the support trend line. So we bounced, which is where I took calls, and I would have been fine with this because I figured we'd retest and keep going down. However, we broke, retested, and this is actually whenever you could have gotten an extra entry, which I alerted in my server. I alerted that we broke out, retested, so calls would be another entry. However, this was a power hour lotto, which means we went out of the money. We're looking for a larger percent move, which means we can load up on more contracts. So at 208, we took calls, and as you can see, they paid very well. They hit 150% up here on these highs at 60.53. They went in the money. So yeah, look, cons went in the money and are still in the money. So that was nice. And then we finally took an exit at $300 a contract, but they hit $460 a contract from 185. So that was a very, very good move. These are pretty expensive contracts, and getting 150% move out of them was very nice. So okay, we can go to the next trade that I took for today. Okay, we took SPX 6020 puts at 1.75. What time? 9:20. Just make sure I got all these times right. So the reason I took this trade, as you can see, we had a little bit of a support trend line going on, which means basically, here we go, we can look at this. So we went down here, we retested, we bounced back up, we went back down, we retested, we bounced back up, went back down, retested, bounced back up. But finally we broke through, we retested, and I only enter on the retest. I never enter just on the break. So we retested, and then we shot down. So I got an entry right here. Another reason that I entered, as you can see, we retested this little zone that we have here, sitting right there, which was kind of another support level that I was looking to enter off of, which is why you can see my entry was right there. But we caught a pretty decent move out of this, and we knew when to close because we had this high time frame kind of support here. So that actually kind of gave us our next play, because once we closed out our puts play, I think we closed out our puts play after we took calls, yeah. So as you can see, we hit 70% on this move. We went from 60.42 and we hit 60.34, which was a very, very nice $8 move in SPX there. And then the reason I took calls here is, like I said, we were at this, high time frame support. So we can expect us, we went down, we retested, we went up, we retested. And then finally, whenever we went back down into this zone again, I took calls, which paid very well. I took lotto calls because there was no wedge, there was no trend line, it was just this support zone that we were playing off of. So, which is why we took 60-50 calls at 1.97 at 9:33, which is right here, right here. Whenever we finally got out of this zone again, I took calls. we actually went in the red here for a second, so you still could have gotten an entry. As you can see, 934, which is whenever I think we went sideways, we went up, we went down, which is whenever you initially could have gotten another entry. We shot up to 60, 39, 62, so that was a pretty nice move. We caught 40% on that one, and actually at 938, we alerted another potential entry, but that was because we kind of went back down, we retested. So at 938 on this green candle, I said that you could potentially get back in if you like risk. And that would have paid as well. I think you would have made $25 a contract. I did the math earlier. If you would have done if you would have taken that. So, yes. And as you can see, we just keep going down. Retest, retest, retest. So that's that. And then, okay, here's a play that I kind of had charted out because I was doing some back testing earlier. I was figuring out why this was a loser. Sometimes you're just going to have plays like this, guys, but I don't like to lose. So right here you can see we're in a wedge on the 1 minute and 5 minute time frame. We had this 1 minute order block. We had this 1 minute resistance zone, and earlier in the day I also had charted out a high time frame resistance zone. It was in this area somewhere. So whenever we were in this wedge, I took puts here because, as you can see, we retest, bounce off, retest, bounce off. So whenever we finally bounce off of this again and we're in this wedge, I figured it was only a matter of time before we broke down. So as you can see here, 60-30 puts, 11.28. And then unfortunately, we bounced up, and I was actually still in the play at this time because, you know, we're still in this area of consolidation where we could obviously see either a move up or a move down. So yeah, it was risky, so we did size accordingly. I think I had 3 contracts of this. So I was still in it until here, until we broke above my zone. Actually, yeah, I think it was this candle right here because I had another zone drawn or something. But we actually went in, we retested, and we went down. So I figured that this play was going to pay, but then on this next candle, we bounced off of the support, just ran up, so that's whenever we got stopped out there. So that was the one play that we got stopped out on. It happens, we can't win them all. So, and then finally, my biggest play of the day, this was a power hour play late in the day, which is why we got our largest move. I think we got a 200% move out of just this small 47 to 45 move. Okay, so it was 0.60, so I think we went 2 strikes out of the money because this was at 241, keep in mind. So I think that this was 2 strikes out of the money. So this was just a power hour lotto. I mean, we had just broken below this this zone here. We went up, retested, and then we saw more downside, so that's why I entered puts. We kind of had this support zone here, so that's why I considered it a lotto, because we can always bounce up, retest, and break again up. But that's not what we did. We actually wicked in, we went down, we broke, retest to more downside. So that was a huge play for us. 200%. We had a trail stop loss on, so every single one of our contracts were stopped out in profit. So yeah, I think my final contract got out at $75 a contract. So, but yeah, we hit $180 a contract from $60 a contract. So that was a very nice move that we caught there. So yeah, that was kind of my trading recap for the day. As you can see, 150%, 27% on teased up shares, 70%, 40%, negative 18%, and 200%. So these last 2 days, we've got 470% of gains. So yeah, it's been a great week so far, and I'm looking forward to keeping these plays going, and hopefully I can record some more of these videos because I really like going in depth and explaining why I took what, because I think that it really helps. Because whenever I was first starting, I know that I always watched a ton of these videos just from my favorite analysts. So yeah, I hope that this video helps, and yeah, let's get back to trading. Make sure you guys subscribe because I'm planning on doing some more of these videos. Join the Discord. Alerts are sometimes free. Have a stocks channel that I always do free alerts in. So, and we always have a pretty good community. So yeah, just hop on in and we'll say what's up. So we'll see you guys.